Mom's food is the best, and the most common food that we remember about our mother is the chapati. So, today I am going to tell you a recipe by which you can make perfect chapati in German stoves. And this process is very easy, that even if you are very tired after a long day at work, you can make it and enjoy it. Let's get started. Chapati making is a whole art and science in itself. So, making chapati is not a big deal. You just need two, three very simple ingredients. Like here, we are using some chapati atta and some salt. But you have to keep a few things in your mind if you want to make great chapatis. So, I am going to discuss these tips and these things that you should remember before making chapati. So, now let's start and let's get back to making dough. So, here is some whole wheat flour and some salt. Basically, you need only these two ingredients when you make chapati atta or roti atta. And another tip is that if you have you will need half of the quantity of water. For example, if you have 2 cups of flour, then you are going to use 1 cup of water to make the atta. Another tip for making very fast chapati atta or dough for chapati atta is that you oil your hand a bit. So you clean your hand and then apply some ghee or oil, and it will be good to go. Now we will start real time. So 1 2 3 start. I am going to add the I'm going to mix the salt and flour, and now I am going to add water little by little. So another thing I want to tell is that I am using a plastic container because I find that plastic containers are very good to use for making dough, and you can cover them nicely and your dough will be ready. So it's been 33 seconds. So now I am going to add some more water, and now you see this is the consistency that I want. I can feel that the flour had sufficient water, and now I will take all the flour and together, and I am going to knead it. I see some dry flour here, so I am going to add some more water here. So instead of adding all water at once, you can add a little by little, and then you see everything is almost got together. So now you can add a few more drops of water, and then you see your perfectly soft dough is almost ready. Another tip is that when you want to make paratha, you can make it right away, and if you want to make chapati, you can cover this flour for this dough for 15 minutes or so, and then it will be good to go. And since you applied ghee in your hand, your flour is not going to stick in your hand too, so it will be very easy to clean your hands afterwards. So you see this flour is ready. It is smooth, and if you want to have smoother dough, then you can apply some oil, a very few drops of oil around this, and then cover it, and it will be done. So now it's our patla, or the surface where we have to make chapati. It should be dry, and the main thing is it should be dry. There could be a bit of flour, but this flour should not be wet. And in the same way, your rolling pin should also be dry, and it should also be clean. Now we are going to take a lemon size ball of flour, and I'm going to roll it in my hands. Until it looks like this. And now I'm going to dust it a bit with some flour, and now I'm going to roll it. So now I'm going to dust it again. Some ladies have the capacity to use very less dusting flour for rolling, and really if you want to make a chapati which is very soft, you should very less on dusting flour. But if you cannot work without dusting flour, then that is also not a big problem. Only thing is that this flour should not stick on your pan, otherwise your roti will be very hard. So now we come to the point where there is very less dusting flour, and your roti has taken a bit of shape. Now I am going to roll it in the way so that it is uniform. So you see the motion here: 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So this will make sure that your roti is even, and so that your bubble that makes your puffed roti will be puffed up properly. So here this pan is hot enough, and now I am going to put chapati. Now you see the first side which is in contact with tawa, we are going to roast chapati less from that side, because this is the side from which we are going to make our chapati, puff up our chapati. So on the other side I am going to roast it a bit more. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to form so many bubbles, and then we are going to merge these bubbles with a piece of cloth. So yes, see, I will show you. This is the color that we want, and now I will gently press the chapati, and you see the great glory of puffed chapati reveals, and here our chapati is ready. So here it's ready. So you have to apply some ghee or oil on the chapati so that it remains soft. So I want to give you a very important tip here. When you store your chapati, you should store it in a round container, and line it with a cloth or with paper or kitchen towel, so that the very first chapati that get in the downside of your pot will not be very sticky and watery, and what to say, it will be okay to eat that. Don't stop here, keep making chapati, because in the case of chapatis, practice makes perfect, and leftover chapati is really a gold. Not only the fresh chapati tastes very good, you can actually use leftover chapati. There are many ways to use it. You can either make chapati poha. Is one of my comfort food. What I do is I break the chapatis in medium sized pieces, and then I heat some oil and add some cumin and some turmeric to that, and then I add some chopped onion to that, and I add these chapati pieces, and I added some also salt, and then I let it crisp until its edges become very crispy, and then I enjoy eating that very much. Then, if I have some leftover chapati, I let it dry on a plate for 2 3 days, and then whenever I heat the oil, I fry this and sprinkle it with zira one. My family just they just want to eat this right away. Then you can also add some butter on a tawa, and you can roast your chapati on that, and if you want you can add some salt at this moment, or you can sprinkle it with some chaat powder or jeera one, and this also tastes very nice. But not the least, you can dry these chapatis, and you can cook it with dal, and it makes the best dal dhokli ever. So, my friend, if you watched till here, that means you are very interested in making Indian food. So, you can check out some more recipes, particularly this one, which is a very old video, and I posted it when I was very new on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you 6 different kind of paratha recipes in one video. So, just check the link in the description. And if you don't find chapati atta in German stores, then you can use Weizen Vollkorn meal, and you can watch this video for more details. There I talked about a sieve that you need to sift the flour. So I got one in V-Markt in Fackelmann. So if you want, you can buy it there. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like button and subscribe to my channel. Here is my channel, and keep watching my videos because I am posting so many interesting videos and update and stories and so many things that you like. So we will meet again with a new topic and a new video. Until then, bye bye.